So anyways, welcome back everyone to Over 30s Gaming. Today, we are going to go over qualities of life updates that happened with 1.4.4, which I do have to say, I mean, some of the updates could have happened before then, but now they've ironed some of it out, especially after the dev talk, which has really panned out. However, the dev talk was very disappointing, I do have to say. If you guys watched, you guys could have seen how disappointed I was in the dev talk. It was not live, which I expected it to be live. It was pre-recorded, but just done like it was live, I guess you could say. They said they were going to take questions that were in chat. They did not, because everyone was like, where's the gold? And yeah, they never, not once, came back and said where the gold went. We have now been on the server for close to 8 days. 8 days tomorrow, I think, or 6 days.
What's 8 days?
Welcome, Chubby. We are currently going over the quality of life's update to post to YouTube. And I was talking to them about your druggy game and what was going on there. So, but we've been on this server for how many days? I know I had 6 days on my thing, but I've missed a couple of days, so I can't remember exactly how many days we've been on the server. However,
a lot.
Yeah. The quality of life update for this server. Let's start it off. On the left-hand side of the map now, we have different styles of views that, as you guys can see underneath my, I want to call it Ventrilo, but I know it's not. Discord. Ventrilo's old.
You sure it's not Ventrilo?
Fuck, there you go. No, Discord, I just checked. So, yeah, that just shows I am an over 30s gamer. But the quality of life update, look at these nice buttons. Real-time recommendations. So we got Public Crisis event that is up for another 13 minutes. Cargo Conquest. Another Cargo Conquest. Another Cargo Conquest. It actually shows now all the events, the workshops, and then the events that are upcoming, coming soon. Surge of Fish, Paradox Space, Dig to Hell. It shows you what is currently going on in the world, which I gotta say, this is a whole lot better than the way it was showing before. So that is a whole lot nicer. Also, then we have the main markets. I mean, main marks. Me, my territory, teleportation tower, Theta, neutral settlement, hive members, which you guys can see we're almost all in one area. And then, I don't know, those are probably what we got off of this last one, the public crisis events that we went and saw. Yeah, it's just not taking you there. The next quality, ores, which I do like. It shows you when you click on it. Well, it was earlier today. Oh, there we go. I have to hit F on it. It currently will show me where the main batch of ores are near me for the current ores I'm looking for, which I think is kind of nice. And it does the same thing for crops. So if you're looking for a certain crop on the map and you want to know where to go, you can actually just come here and it will actually tell you where the crops are spawning. You know? So that's a nice quality of life update. Look at there, get all the saffron right around our house. Craziness. And then of course we have the bosses for Prime Wars. Stinger's Cove, Winding Ridge, Quicksand, Central, Ingus, which is currently going on. That's hard. I can't do that, and that's hard. I can't do that. I need to step up my game. And then, of course, we have almost kind of what they have on my Map Genie, where you can actually pick what's showing up on the map, which I think is a fantastic quality of life update that they have now added to the map section of Once Human. Alright, the next quality of life update they added, which I think we have to go to an area. I wonder where's the closest one I can go to, which I hope they keep. If I remember correctly, I think that, well, I know this is right here. We'll go right over there. Is pollution zones. What's up, nuclear fuel? So yeah, nuclear fuel's in chat today. They added what's called fools, which I was very upset with at first, because then at first they added the fools, I thought was really cool. Then it seemed like they did a quick fix where they weren't spawning like they should, and now they have fixed the fools entirely. So now the fools will spawn in pollution zones whenever your sanity is below a certain point. I think it's 50 or 30% your sanity is below. Oh, of course, I hate that houses just pop up. But they are killable now with the proper tactical weapons, along with the actual ammo. I don't have any of the ammo, but you know, they are good. You will, of course, need that ammo too when you're doing nightmare silos, from what I've heard. So something good to keep into consideration, especially the nightmare silos. They haven't opened up on our server yet. We got a day until they open up. But going in here, looking at the special ammo. Let's see here, if I can remember correctly. Special ammo. Medics. Go to this. I think it's this. No, yeah, it's gotta be this. The A tungsten. There it is. You got the suppression ammo, which is for the Deviants. And then you have, which takes Stardust to make, and then you have the control unit ammunition, which is for humanoids, like the vultures and the Rosetta people. Actually, I wonder if that works in PvP. I got a feeling it might. But we're not in PvP right now, so we can't determine. Or we got the illusion ammo, which boosts for every 10% sanity lost. Ooh. Yeah, so those three nice ammos will be good. See, it's right here, pollution zone revamp. No, I don't want to jump to present. I actually want to go back up to the top. Crap. Oh, jump to top. There we go. See, right here, they actually go through it. On March 27th, we'll roll updates including pollution zone revamp, new gameplay exteriors, resource balancing, and mod conversion improvements. Which I was a little upset that that wasn't put in the patch notes. This dev talk should have been put in the patch notes. Right here, Stardust can suppress absorb contamination and will appear in areas with high contamination. Items and structures crafted using Stardust are super effective against deviants in the environment will also continuously... Oh shit. I heard a noise. Ooh. Am I getting lucky? Oh, well, that noise was there. Oh, let's drop into this polluted zone real quick. See if we can get the pollution up high enough. Alright. As you guys can see, I switched a little bit. I went to the shotgun. I got a little tired of the shrapnel, but I do have it in my back pocket. Shotgun goes off a crit, so does the shrapnel, so I thought it would be a good trade-off where I don't really have to trade my gear. Yeah, our nightmare modes open up tomorrow, so yeah,
I'll go this out down here.
Everyone can't wait for that. Alright, so they should be spawning for me very shortly. Alright, I know I'm below the right amount of health now. And you can usually hear them. They'll do like the little kind of sound when they spawn in. They have made that very noticeable. I have noticed, for me mostly, they happen at Blackfell. In the pollution zone by the red building. That's really nice to loot. But I guess here it's because the pollution is so... I don't know. Well, anyways, as you guys can also see, there he is, right there. You guys heard it. That noise. The tree people. They are back. As you guys can see... Oh, shit! He actually grabbed me while I was looking at him. And now you can see he's taking me underneath into the upside down. Ooh, I wonder what reference that's to.
Stranger Things.
Oh, Chubby in the background. Oh, and I dropped some good shit. So yeah, Harvester's Market. Oh, that's not actually too far away. But as you guys can see, they drag you up underneath and then they kill you. Which I think is kind of a fun mechanic. It does make survival a little bit more survival in the game. Chubby, he has mixed feelings on it. Well, he doesn't really have mixed feelings. He it's fucking garbage.
It's stupid.
Yeah, see, he says it's stupid.
It's a stupid mechanic.
I kind of like it, but that's me. I like the survivability, where it makes you have to think about more things. The easiest way to combat the fools is, I will show you guys right now, especially during the day. Especially after you get after, the first phase, you just drink a beer. Drink a beer, call out your friendly Dr. Teddy, and you're good to go. Dr. Teddy will hit me up with some health. There we go. Perfect. Now I don't have to worry about the fools spawning. So now I can be in a polluted zone, not have to worry about them at all. Now, there is the special frozen tea that works as well to keep your sanity up. You can do that. I think the beer, for me, I know how to make it easier than the tea. Because literally you just take wheat and water and put it in a barrel, and you got beer within a couple of minutes. Iced tea, you gotta have ice, of course. There's a couple other mechanics that you can do to make it a little bit easier with getting a special roll where you can increase the durability and the effectiveness of the iced tea as well, and the duration. I can't remember what it is. Nuke can probably inform me what special roll that is on the medics. Oh, that guy does not want to die. Brain freeze is the mimetic. So keep that in mind if you want to do that, or you can just do like me. I got something better for sanity, Stardust tea. Yeah, the Stardust tea is really good too as well. So the Stardust tea also, if I can't remember correctly, gives you 2 hours of food and water as long as they were filled before you actually drank the tea. It gives you 2 hours to where you don't have to worry about your food level as well, which is really nice. Now, your buffs, of course, will run out because there's no buff that lasts that long, at least to my knowledge. And then, of course, auto loot is one of the other nice mechanics. I don't know if you guys have seen that so far. And let's see here. Let's get up here. I think I can show you auto loot. Alright, Nuke says that Stardust tea not only gives you the sanity clearing effect, it gives you shell break, it gives you 1.5 HP regen per second. So that also does help as well. As you guys can see, auto take is working. Whenever I kill Deviants, I no longer have to loot them. I can just go through and just do my normal. Now, normal storage crates, you still have to hit F on and loot. But if it's loot inside the open world, like from bodies or whatnot, you no longer have to loot it, which is really nice quality of life update from 1.4.4. Alright. Hey Michael, what's going on? Now, also, another nice update they have done, which a lot of people probably haven't really noticed, is they've changed a lot of the map areas as well. So what I mean by that is they've made quick and subtle changes. They've done it to the Great One, and on the Great One, they've made it. Let's go ahead and teleport there. Sorry, I'm having to drink a little bit. I'm a little thirsty tonight. I took a lot of that pain medication yesterday. So, and they've done this to quite a few areas, I have noticed. But we're going to go to the Forsaken Monolith. And they've added, it's like, we knew the map was AI generated when we all first started playing. They made it common knowledge, especially during the beta tests. However, you know, they have made the short tweaks to that so that way, you know, we can get around the map easier and whatnot, because there were some shortcomings to the AI generated map, especially when it came to roads and stuff like that. Now since the last update, it seems like they've made updates overall. It's like they sent a dev in to do some cleanup. Now I'll call this down here. It's right up top at the Forsaken Monolith. I think they've made the nicest, biggest change so far. Yeah, I love my Dr. Teddy. I want to get a Dr. Teddy that has Growing Pains 3. That'd be really nice. A high level one. I'm still on the search. So right in here is where they... Oh! And then I will have to show you, too, the other update that they've made, especially to the towers. If you're doing simplified mode now, you no longer also have to unlock the bosses with the monoliths. But look, they've opened up this door, so now you can go directly into this boss room here at the Forsaken Giant without having to go through the bottom part, which is really nice. They've done some of these quick openings. They've also added stuff on a couple of the other monoliths. They've put stuff inside. They've added, it seems like, the human touch to these maps, and where it's not just AI generated. Now, let's see here. I gotta find one that I haven't activated so I can show you. See if I got one that's near a teleport tower. Wow. Garbaggio. Yeah, I have not done that much with this map so far. Alright, let's go ahead and teleport back to the... Oh, I got a lockout. We all know what to do for the lockout. Good old anti-blockage capsule. Get rid of that lockout. 1 minute. I'm not willing to wait a minute. You guys are a high priority, so let's go ahead and make this move along. Oh, also too, I know I'm a little ADD with it, but for the auto loop, you go to settings, you scroll down, controls, auto take, auto loop, you just turn it on. Alright. Next we'll go to one part of the game that me and Chubby both agree on, which is kind of shitty. We'll actually go to that one. That's an easy one to go to. They've changed the towers. Yes, you don't need them to do the bosses if you're simplified, but, you know, many new players are watching this, and they're just getting into the game, so they're going to need to know this. These used to be instant, and now they are not instant. The rift anchors, which you have to use to be able to do the bosses, now have a cast timer, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Oh, and as you guys can see, let's go ahead. Another. Oh my god, people's houses are all around here. They take no consideration of other people. I like my hive. We actually made like a small little town, made it so you could drive through. Like this guy right here, built right on the road. No, you can't build on a road. You can't even alter his base because it's on the road. Stuff like that, that's just BS. Now, that's some of the stuff they do need to fix. They need to have another dev go through. Here we go. So as you guys will see, the rift anchors. Oh, and lighting too. They've updated the lighting in this game to where the gamma used to be turned up really high, and I have my gamma up. But, yeah, you now got to use a flashlight. And as you guys can see, that rift anchor took me time to actually open. So, you guys make sure you're paying attention to that, because some of these rift anchors, they'll be around a lot of mobs. And if you happen to try to hit the rift anchor up while you're trying to get it, the mobs can come up and get you and knock you, especially if you're on a lunar map and your sanity is very low and you're trying to do it at nighttime. Oh, my bike ran out of fuel. But luckily for me, that's not a bothersome. But as you guys can see all the mobs. Look at all these mobs right around the rift anchor. Auto loot's the best. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. So it only takes like 6 seconds to activate a Rift Anchor. So just take that into consideration when you try to go do Rift Anchors. The next quality of life update is vehicles. As you guys saw me before, I was already using R to bunny hop the vehicle. So now you can actually get over obstacles without having to mount and dismount. You can now pull the e-brake, which is spacebar. You can now drift. It's a whole lot easier than cars to drift. As you can see, I'm holding down W and A with spacebar. So I can do donuts now. And then I can hit R to jump over this pipe, clear the pipe. So it makes driving around a lot easier in Once Human. And you, of course, makes it so you can do some sick tricks in it as well. So that's really cool. And if you turn, look at that. You can kind of make your vehicle turn in the air as well. So that's really cool. Alright, so we've covered most of those quality of updates.
My drug van.
I think that's about it. Unless if Nuke or Michael have any updates that they've noticed. Oh, also too, another update. I just remembered. They've changed the journey. So, of course, the journey is only given Stellar Planula. And now they've made it in like 3 different tiers for you to complete stuff. In combat, territory management, and construction. Also, too, they've changed the scenario challenges. And that actually made it a quite bit more difficult to get to end state. The challenges now don't open until the 2nd phase of the scenario. However, as you can see, for the 2nd, they give 2 specialization cleaners, and then, of course, 40, 40, and 40 ciphers. But as you guys can see, compared, I've already been in here for quite a bit, and I've only gotten up to 440 so far out of 630. A lot of this stuff for the 2nd, like own 1 weapon with plus 10 calibration. Like, some of this stuff is a lot more difficult to get when you're early on in the game. So they have updated quite a bit of the scenario challenge too. And then commissions, they've updated commissions as well. Of course, you're just getting Staroids, Stellar Planula, and then of course XP. So yeah, the field guide also too, they went in and they've added inside of the building catalog to where you can actually see what you're actually missing. They still just give the question marks to what you haven't actually discovered yet, but they've made it a little bit easier, and you can tell they've added quite a bit more. There's a lot more landscape plants available now, so I got a feeling they're going to be bringing more items into the game. Alright, now let's go back. Another softcore update they did, which I don't think I actually have unlocked. They've done the color in different items of furniture. And what I mean with that is, let's see if I have that unlocked. Oh, doors. Gotta love them. Alright, build, facilities. Alright. I might not have taken that mimetic yet, but we can easily get it. So I will go here. We're going to reset that mimetic. Oh, and they've made the mimetics a little bit more difficult as well. So as you can see, I'm having to reset mimetics to actually get certain mimetics. Definitely having a hive makes this game a whole lot easier at this point right now until we get into the later phase where you can open up more items. I just got to find the designer's workstation. I kind of forgot where it's at. I know it's off by itself. I thought it was in this last. Wow. One time I have a hard time finding something. Alright. Michael has said that now a couple mountains and stuff now have ramps and stuff to get up them, which makes it a lot easier. Jeez Louise. Temperature control. Chubby, where's the designer's workstation? How am I not being able to find this? Oh, I do have it right there. Designer's workstation. That's why. So I do have it. I just gotta find it in facilities. There it is. Go ahead and go on here and pull this up. So on the designer's workstation, of course you have regular dismantle. Let's go ahead and do that. Which gives you the blueprint fragments. Then we can craft blueprint fragments. I can craft 7. We'll just go ahead and do it. Okay. See if we get anything cool. Ooh, I got searchlight. Ooh, I got American double bed. Awesome. I got 2 good ones. And then we can go to furniture dye. Here's the cool thing they've added. They've added dye to the game. So now we can view the different colors. If I want to dye it black, it tells me here I need hydrangea black, along with Stardust dye, and then of course logs. And you know, each area, as you can see this, I can dye this marble if I wanted to. It takes 200 gold, 200 silver ore. Let's see if I have anything here that I can actually dye. I don't think I do. I gotta grow some plants. Oh, here we go. Antique red. Yes, we will do something antique red. Alright, so we know we can do antique red. Let's go ahead and view this one. Go antique red with this cap. I think that looks kind of cool. We're going to go ahead and hold and confirm so you guys can see it. Right there adds the disc to my inventory. Now this is a one-time use. Oop, went to the wrong one. One-time use disc. So now from whenever you go to a new scenario, you will have this disc, but it is still only one-time use. So when you spent your items on, I need to go over one more. When you spend that dye, make sure you're spending it on something you want, because if not, you're going to dye something that you didn't want to dye, and it's not going to look the way you want it to look. So make sure you dye it right, because at the end of the season, this is what's going to happen. It's just going to be like they demolish it. Oh, it actually just deleted it. Let me see here if it ended up back in my inventory. It's supposed to end up back in my inventory. Yep, as you can see there, decorative ceiling disc. So as you can see, after every time you delete it, it's going to end up back in your inventory as a one-time use item. So just make sure you keep that in knowledge when you're making it. It's only supposed to be one-time use. I think it's because I'm trying to build it somewhere where me and Chubby both own. Yeah, one-time use item. So make sure that when you dye something, you just remember that. it's a one-time use. Alright, so die. We are going to go to Vision of Will, Crimson Moon. We can go to the shop here. Here's where you can purchase some of the dye right here. They are 75 rubies each. I have purchased, as you can see, I think 48 out of 200. You're only allowed 200 dyes right there. Next place you can purchase them, of course, if you call out Summon V, hold down tab, Summon V, interact, go to the open challenge shop. You can go to the other, and underneath other, you can buy the Stardust limit 500 for 200 Matsuko marks. So for 500, 1,000 Matsuko marks, you can buy all the Stardust dye you want. Now, I don't know if this is per scenario, which I think it is, or per month. Oh, there we go, monthly limit. So every month you can buy 2,000 Stardust dye. Good to know. Next, they also came out with the scenario merit medals. Those were a special reward given to individuals who had leftover controllers, which allowed you, of course, if you had 30, they gave me 50. So if you had 20, you could buy the Phoenix sticker. And then they also got the keyword suffix mod selection, which you can purchase. And you can see I have 30. So I think they gave some people 60. I went ahead and got 30. Bam. I've now purchased everything I can get. So that's good times. Hit the fantastical R button. Woo! Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, now I'm dead. But anyways, you guys saw that. Oh wow, I dropped a lot of shit. Tungsten arrows. Oh, not too much. I probably won't even be able to pick it up. It looked like it was deep. However, I can then show you the trick to be able to pick stuff up if you drop it in lava. We have found this out, and this is another masterful gameplay. You know, this is using that 1000 IQ. So I will go ahead and show you guys the 1000 IQ move on that, which is, ooh, I hope I have some left. Yes, I do. 1000 IQ right there. Sticky ice crystals. Whoever tells you not to get the ice pot, don't listen to them. Ice pot is masterful, and you'll see what I mean. Because I have had this happen more times than, especially this season with how much lava is over here, than I can count, where this actually benefits me. Which I will admit, I was really surprised that this benefited me as much. Oh man, that is actually a cool picture. Let's go ahead and take that. Crash one. Rip. Go ahead and download. See if it throws pop. Yep. Lava Jeep. Ooh, I can't spell. I didn't expect that to look as cool. Might not look cool to you, but it looked cool to me. So, alright, here we go. Best part of the game. Finding out how things are truly meant to be used. Look at that. Oh yeah! Sticky crystals! Masterful, deviated item. Look at that. I created an area to basically just be able to go right over lava and get my shit back. I'm telling you, everything in this game, learning how to use different aspects of this game, I gotta say it's the funnest part. Not funniest. Funnest part of this game. Especially when they add new stuff. And that's... Alright. Now, the last and final update that I'm currently tracking, which is a quality of life update. I don't think mine have reset yet. And Miss Meowgie, or good old Meow, has told us that the deviants you get from the towns have changed quite a bit. So, and I can actually show that as well. Let's go up here real quick and see if, yep, I can loot this one, as you guys can see. Well, normally if I can't loot it, it's not shining like that. So let's go up here and see if this one is actually shining correctly for me. See if it gives us something cool. Look at that. A Rain Man right off the bat for the Securement Deviants. Now, of course, anytime you see those Deviant containers where they're actually fluctuating like that, you can find a good Deviant inside. Look at that. A 5/3 Rain Man. I'll take that. So far, places that I know that actually have those containers that you can loot are Greywater Camp, Blackfell, Tallgrass Inn, Myers Market, and then of course Deadsville. Now, these containers are also in the world. Now, I only know of 2 right now that you can loot in the world. You got the one right over here that's on the, I want to say it's on the 2nd or 3rd story in the vault of the Reality Research Institute in the back. They have one there that you can loot. And then they have the one over here inside of the Sunshine Farm. That one I'm not particular on, so if you can update me, I haven't been there lately. As you can see, I haven't done anything there. They did have one there last scenario. So I'm hoping that one is still working. I don't quite know. But they do have a couple more throughout. I know they're hidden. So make sure to take a look for those as well. And I think that's about... Oh, and then also too, I said it at the beginning, they have changed the loot tables as well for a lot of the items that I've noticed that spawn in world, especially gold and silver. They have been drastically reduced. So now, if you find gold, make sure you have golden wool on your gloves. Make sure you also have taken fish can, so that way when you loot it, oh, and that you have the treasure hunter on your drill. So then when you loot it, you get the best bang for your buck. Because if not, you're going to be wishing that you had. Because gold is now a commodity in this game. It's really hard to find. I got a 1/1 wore out, which kind of sucks. So just beware, if you see gold or silver, stop and mine it. Or get a friend to come and mine it that has the treasure hunter on the drill. Because they're a commodity, you're going to need them. And with all the updates that they're currently setting to push out in July, I got a feeling that we're going to definitely need to capitalize on some of these items for when those updates come out. Hopefully it's going to be Endless Dream. I'm not holding my breath. I was hoping Endless Dream was going to be out this month. But, you know, they came in, as you guys see there, Flame Essence right there. 1/1, but it's still a Flame Essence. They kind of shattered my dreams a little bit with Endless Dream. Different sources you talk to say they're combining the maps. Some say they aren't combining the maps. So we'll have to see. It's getting conflicted information. Probably lost in translation from Chinese to American. We all know this is a Chinese game, so it's of no surprise. So now when you're going to do your energy links per week, it's now a little bit more difficult. What some of us have been doing, oh look at there, I got a boss drop from that one. A 4/3 with growing pains, that's not bad. A lot of us are now selling food items to the vendors. So, you know, watch what they actually do. I will farm tons of steel and do steel. Or we can go here. You can sell anything, like 50 for a grenade. These usually give 300. Yep, 300 for load handling. I'm going to go ahead and sell that one, because as you can see, I'm full, so I can sell her everything I got. You can see here 45 for berry soda, plants 50. Look at that, 2 for crankbait, which is free. So that's not bad. And then a lot of foods. Look at that, Sun Prize spring roll, which you get for free for doing lunar. 2,000 right there. 2,000 energy links. Young Bao dumplings, which Meowgi brought up. I think they're 10k. So you got croquettes as well. So don't be afraid to get some items and start selling them to the vendor, especially ones that you don't think you're going to need. Just go ahead and go ham. I mean, look at this. I can go out and do my deer, sell deer. I just got 300 energy links. So that's not bad. I'm back up to almost 100,000. All right. Last but not least, let's go ahead and go there. The biggest disappointment of 1.4.4 update, which happened before, but we were on Way of Winter. Way of Winter did it right. Manibus got it 100% wrong. And that is Myers Market. Myers Market on Manibus is just straight garbage. On Way of Winter, you spawn in right here, you drop down, right down in the center, which we'd probably be on right about now. It would be a circle fountain kind of thing, and all of the vending machines are around it. And that's where everyone was pushing it. Well, here, they got multiple levels. It kind of sucks. They got these pads. They don't get closer together. You can see my vending machine here. And the vending machines, no rhyme or reason and direction. They're just kind of all over the place. It's like the devs had no thought process when they were doing this Meyer Market. They threw it together at the last minute, and it was a big disappointment. And in all honesty, I think they did throw this together at the last minute. And the reason behind that is because the true Myers Market, which I think they were going to build, this was an afterthought, because then they noticed that Myers Market was going to be locked because of where it currently is at in the phases on this map, would have been behind the wall for the first 4 days, which I don't think is a big deal, because most people weren't coming here within the first 4 days anyways. So we're going to go ahead and teleport to Blackfell, and I will go show you that area. Now, I got a feeling there will be a later update, which will go into a lot more detail once the information is pushed out. Yeah, Meowgi says, why can't they just make stalls like a store or farmer's market and make it like a rest stop? I agree. This is where I think this was supposed to be Myers Market, but then they screwed it up, because then they realized that people couldn't get there during the normal phase. We can see it off there in the distance now. You can see it on that mountain. Now, that actually looks like the Myers Market in Way of Winter. And that's why I think this was their original Myers Market. But then they had to make a backup plan and put it in that crappy location at the edge of the map. Try to make it central. And it's not really central. It's kind of in the middle. And it's just really irritating to have to deal with. At least that's how I feel. I think even if this one was up here, I don't think this would have been horrible. It wouldn't have been ideal, because you couldn't get to it until the second phase. But this market would have made a lot more sense, especially with the way it's designed. This one actually feels like it's actually designed like the Way of Winter one, which made a lot more sense. As you can see, it's not made out of wood, it's made out of stone. Seems like a lot more of a permanent structure they got going on here. A lot more detail was put into this one. And then up here is what they have in Way of Winter. And you can see there's the teleport tower right up there. And you would have jumped down right here. And this is where, right around the fountain, on the inside of here, right here, and on the outside of here, you would have had 3 rows of vending machines to choose from. Literally all the vending machines on those 4 platforms at the other Myers Market would have fit right around that fountain. And it would have been really central. And then a hop, skip down from this teleportation tower. That is inactive. So you can see it is a full teleportation tower that is inactive right now, not turned on. So there is going to be some kind of update that's going to go on. I think that these other areas will probably be base building areas to make stalls like Meowgie is talking about, where you can make like a little area to go shopping, I'm hoping. And then that you can rent it out. So we'll have to see how that actually comes about. Trying to make sure. Oh, there is one more thing I missed. Events, Chrono Vault. Gotta love the Chrono Vault and what they did here. The Chrono badges. This is going to be good. I'm actually saving up a lot of my badges for when we move in like 2 days. Because we can go to the time reversal, which I think is kind of cool. They show you basically what you have done inside the game. So it says that I've mostly gone towards combat, which is, yeah. Haven't really got united because let's just, go down to the brass tacks of things. Basically had the same hive the whole entire time. So I haven't been swapping around a lot with different people. So makes sense. Exploration, I think that's probably completing scenario or towns. I just normally do what I need to do. Collection, that Chubby should be all the way down on collection. But I actually like fighting. I like fighting, and so that's probably what I did. Legendary feats, dual vanguard. I don't know what that means. Sounds cool. Gifts from the past, 964 for doing all of my, survival, combat, collect. Oh, it actually explains what it does here. Oh, well, duh. Should have looked at that more before I did this video. My bad. Exploration, use teleportation towers. Okay, wow. Yeah, don't worry. I actually mostly drive a lot of places. Yeah. Mystical crates open. Probably about most of that was, at least 70 of those were done during this one. Scraps disassembled. You can't even see how much, but it looks like 876,492. Total hive chats. Get united. Total teams joined. Yeah, so this isn't big because I've played with the same people the whole entire time, and we use Discord, so we don't really use hive chats. And public crisis events participation. I could be doing more of that. But that's the whole reason, join total team joins. Well, we sometimes, most of the time, run around with each other, forget to actually make a team too. Combat. I want to go to that. Combat. Total dungeons challenge, 494. Total ammo used. Look at that ammo. Total weapons and gears crafted, 112. Yeah, so I've done a lot of that. But, I've been playing since the game started. So, yeah, I actually think this is kind of cool to see how this is. Active figure as a metahuman. You've been active on Nalcott for 217 days. Ouch. That's a lot of time. Together always. This world is so exciting. You have spent a total of 0.0 hours. Yeah, I don't know what that means for that part. Space-Time Oddity is just where you can collect free shit. This is the best part. I will do a deeper video into this going on mods. The mods are the best part. I'm going shrapnel build this upcoming season, so we're going to actually go into mod conversion. I will do one mod real quick. Shrapnel. Nope, that's not shrapnel. That's shrapnel. Shatter them all. I doubt I'll get something good. We're going to go to suffix, violent. As you can see, I've come down way a number. This new system is nice. Right here, it automatically shows you of what level range you're going to get. Now, the level range has changed. Oh, that's shield breaker. That's not bad. These are some of the new ones that I've gotten since I've been here, which are really cool. Oh. That one might actually be a good one to save. I'm going to save that one. Bring that back. Yeah, that's a weak spot. I don't want that. Alright, so what they've gone down and what they've done is now they've actually given tier levels. How me and Chubby did it on the first video, I'm going to have to redo another one with the new update. They've updated the tier levels, which I'm a little upset about because, you know, you should have a 0 tier, which would be great, but now they've given a numerical value to that. However, now the mods you get are a whole lot better. You used to get a lot more greens when doing this, which used to upset me, but now I'm actually getting pretty decent. You know, I got 1 gray, but I got a purple and 2 blues, which I like. So if we go back to it, oh shit, went too far. Go back to mods, go back to shrapnel. Where's the one I just got? This is from what I was doing the other day. That's why there's so many shrapnel mods in here. I was going through and making a lot of new ones. Here we go. Right here. So you can see tier 1, tier 4, tier 3, tier 3. So it now gives a better numerical mod off of it. And see, I used to get stuff like this instead, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. This, they're automatically now almost basically giving you 2 more levels, because as you saw there, I had like a minimum of 11 to 12. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it told me the minimum I'm about to get for it. So they've now made the mod conversion actually great in this game with this new update 1.4.4. Let's go to blueprints, blueprint conversions. They have now changed the blueprint conversion attempts. As you can see here, 18. It resets quite a bit now. I think it's every week it resets. And it adds 2 to every week. So it's a lot better than where I think it was like 14 days before. So now we can actually, like, I'm going to switch these 2 right here, because I know it's going to be a whole lot easier to get the dual fury than this one. And I was hoping 6 days. Every 6 days it resets and gives you 2 blueprint conversion attempts. So that's twice as many as you were getting before, which is really nice. So that way you can play the blueprint game with what I showed you on that one video. I'll link it before, where you're going through your blueprints and learning your blueprints. And I think that is currently it. All the quality of life updates that they accomplished in 1.4.4. I hope you enjoyed this video. Currently working on getting 200 subscribers. So if you guys are interested, please like, comment, and subscribe. Once I hit 200, I will be doing a Once Human giveaway and be giving away a pack that Once Human has for anyone who doesn't currently have that pack. So stay tuned, and I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.